Today show, she now hosts her own talk show. Please welcome Tamron Hall.
You may think Tamron Hall's dramatic transformation is hard to believe, but it's completely true. From a poor girl who suffered many injuries and limitations from her family, Tamron Hall is now a radio journalist, talk show host, and the most sought-after author in America. Not only that, she also has an extremely happy family that many people envy. What has she done, and how has she changed herself to have the fulfilling life she has today? Let's follow her transformation. You'll notice Tamron Hall's incredible transformation when you compare her current life with her childhood. Unlike many success stories that begin with the comfort of financial stability, Hall's journey is rooted in the challenging circumstances of growing up in Luling, Texas, a town so small that it barely registers on the map. With a population hovering around a mere 1,000 people, Luling was far from the bustling metropolises that often serve as the backdrop for stories of achievement. Yet it was in this modest environment that Hall's character and values were shaped, laying the foundation for the person she would become. Born into a world where wealth and privilege were distant concepts, Hall's upbringing was marked by simplicity and a profound sense of community. The small, unpaved streets of Luling, which remained untouched by modern infrastructure until the 1980s, serve as a poignant symbol of the town's economic limitations. The absence of paved roads speaks to the broader picture of a community that had to make do with very little. In such an environment, the luxuries that many take for granted were simply not available. Yet for Hall, these circumstances were not a source of bitterness, but rather a cherished aspect of her childhood. In an interview with Digital Journal, Hall reflected on her early years with a deep sense of gratitude. Despite the financial hardships and the lack of material wealth, she recalls a childhood filled with joy and contentment. The simplicity of her upbringing, far from being a disadvantage, was something she treasured. "Our entertainment was a water hose and spraying it at each other running around," she shared, painting a vivid picture of the resourcefulness and creativity that defined her childhood play. This imagery of children finding happiness in the simplest of activities is a testament to the idea that joy is not dependent on wealth, but on the ability to appreciate what one has. Hall's story is further enriched by the challenges faced by her family, particularly her grandfather, who had to leave school after only the 2nd grade to work and support his family. This early departure from education underscores the harsh realities faced by many in rural communities, where the need to contribute to household income often took precedence over personal advancement. Despite these challenges, Hall's grandfather's experience reflects a strong work ethic and a deep sense of responsibility, values that undoubtedly influenced Hall as she grew up. Raised by a single mother, Hall's early life was marked by the determination and resilience of her family. Her mother, like many in similar circumstances, would have had to juggle the demands of providing for her family while also ensuring that her children were raised with love and care. The strength and perseverance displayed by her mother would have served as a powerful example for Hall, teaching her the importance of hard work, sacrifice, and the pursuit of a better life. In reflecting on her upbringing, Hall does not dwell on the difficulties, but rather celebrates the richness of her experiences. Her story is one of embracing the circumstances of her birth and finding value in the lessons learned from a life of modest means. "It was a great childhood, a childhood that I would not trade for anything in the world," she told Digital Journal, expressing a sentiment that is both poignant and inspiring. This statement encapsulates Hall's outlook on life, one that is not defined by material wealth or the lack thereof, but by the richness of experiences and the strength gained from overcoming adversity. Tamron Hall has a secret that not everyone knows. While her early life in a small, economically disadvantaged town could have easily limited her opportunities, the people around her instead became the cornerstone of her success. They nurtured her ambitions and instilled in her the belief that she could achieve anything she set her mind to. This strong support system, made up of resilient women, a loving grandfather, and an eventually doting stepfather, played a crucial role in shaping Hall into the determined and accomplished woman she is today. From a young age, Hall was surrounded by strong, formidable women who served as her role models. These women, likely her mother, grandmothers, aunts, and perhaps even family friends, embodied strength, resilience, and independence. They not only managed to navigate the challenges of life with grace, but also made sure that Hall understood the value of these qualities. In her interview with Talks at Google, Hall highlighted the significance of being raised in such an environment, noting that these women were central to her upbringing. Their influence went beyond simply providing care. They were instrumental in fostering her self-belief and ambition. They taught her that strength isn't just about physical or financial power, but about perseverance, integrity, and the ability to stand tall in the face of adversity. Her grandfather also played a significant role in her life. Despite his limited formal education, having left school after the second grade to work and support his family, he was a pillar of wisdom and support for Hall. His life experiences likely imparted valuable lessons about the importance of hard work, sacrifice, and family. He demonstrated that success is not solely determined by academic achievements or social standing, but by one's character and determination. Hall's respect and admiration for her grandfather are evident, and his influence undoubtedly helped shape her understanding of what it means to lead a meaningful life. In addition to these strong women and her grandfather, Hall also found a father figure in her stepfather, whom she affectionately regards as the father she was meant to have. His arrival in her life provided her with another layer of support and guidance. Unlike many step-parent relationships that can be challenging, Hall's bond with her stepfather was one of love and mutual respect. His presence offered her the stability and emotional support that are crucial during the formative years. The fact that Hall views him as her true father speaks volumes about the positive impact he had on her life. With such a robust support system, Hall was never made to feel that her ambitions were unrealistic or unattainable. On the contrary, her family and community instilled in her the belief that winning was always an option. Whether she was running track or playing the clarinet, Hall's family believed in her potential to be the best. This unwavering belief in her abilities gave Hall the confidence to pursue her goals with determination. They didn't just support her dreams, they actively nurtured them, ensuring that she had the resources, encouragement, and guidance needed to succeed. Education, in particular, was a non-negotiable priority for Hall's parents. Despite the financial hardships and the tempting allure of a viable job offer before graduation, her parents made it clear that completing her education was paramount. Hall recalls that her stepfather insisted she finish college before considering the job offer. Of course, Tamron Hall did exactly what his stepfather asked. After completing her education, Hall wasted no time in launching her career. She dove headfirst into the world of journalism, taking her first job as a reporter at KBTX in Bryan, Texas. This position marked the beginning of her professional journey, where she honed the skills that would eventually make her a respected name in the industry. At KBTX, Hall was introduced to the fast-paced world of news reporting, where she learned the ropes of gathering information, conducting interviews, and delivering stories with accuracy and integrity. This early experience was crucial in shaping her work ethic and understanding of the journalistic field. Hall's tenure at KBTX was just the beginning. She quickly moved on to a more significant market, landing a job at KTVT in Dallas. This transition represented a step up in her career as she was now reporting in a larger, more competitive environment. Over the next 4 years at KTVT, Hall further developed her reporting skills, covering a wide range of stories that spanned from local news to more complex investigative pieces. The diverse nature of her assignments allowed her to become a well-rounded journalist, capable of handling any story that came her way. The experience she gained at KTVT was invaluable, as it prepared her for even greater challenges ahead. In 1997, Hall took a major leap in her career by moving to WFLD in Chicago, one of the largest news markets in the country. Her decade-long stint at WFLD was marked by significant professional growth and numerous accomplishments. At WFLD, Hall held a variety of positions, showcasing her versatility and adaptability as a journalist. Whether she was reporting from the field, anchoring the news, or conducting in-depth interviews, Hall demonstrated a level of competence and confidence that earned her respect among her peers and viewers alike. She became known for her ability to handle any situation with poise, whether it was a breaking news event or a high-profile interview. One of the highlights of Hall's time at WFLD was her work on consumer reports, particularly her segment titled The Bottom Line. This segment delved into issues that directly impacted viewers, offering them insights and advice on navigating the complexities of consumerism. Hall's dedication to this segment did not go unnoticed, as she was nominated for an Emmy Award for her work. This recognition was a testament to her talent and the impact of her reporting. It also underscored her ability to connect with her audience on issues that mattered to them, further solidifying her reputation as a trusted journalist. Throughout her career, Hall has consistently demonstrated a remarkable ability to adapt and excel in various roles. Her early experiences at KBTX, KTVT, and WFLD were instrumental in developing her on-the-ground skills. These years of experience equipped her with a deep understanding of the nuances of journalism, allowing her to handle any assignment with minimal preparation. In an interview with Variety, Hall expressed pride in the training she received over the years, stating, "I don't need big packets of information. I don't have to have a teleprompter." This statement reflects her confidence in her abilities and the depth of knowledge she has accumulated throughout her career. Hall's time in Chicago also allowed her to build a diverse portfolio of interviews, including conversations with celebrity chefs and other high-profile individuals. Her ability to connect with people from all walks of life, combined with her natural curiosity and quick thinking, made her an effective and engaging interviewer. She jokingly remarked in her Variety interview, "Give me a microphone, point to the camera, and we'll get it done," highlighting her readiness to tackle any situation with professionalism and enthusiasm. In 2004, Tamron Hall's life was shattered by an unimaginable tragedy that continues to haunt her to this day. The devastating news of her sister Renate's death marked a dark chapter in Hall's life, one filled with pain, regret, and a deep sense of loss. Renate was found beaten to death in the pool of her Texas home, the victim of a brutal crime that remains unsolved. For Hall, the tragedy was compounded by the knowledge that her sister had endured years of domestic abuse at the hands of multiple men. The pain of losing her sister in such a violent and tragic manner is something Hall has carried with her, a burden that has profoundly influenced her life and work. Renate's death was not just a senseless act of violence, it was the culmination of years of suffering and abuse. Hall, who had witnessed the abuse firsthand, was all too aware of the dangers her sister faced. In an interview with People magazine, Hall recalled the torment her sister endured and the profound impact it had on her family. "No one deserves what happened to my sister," Hall said, encapsulating the deep grief and anger that still lingers. The circumstances surrounding Renate's death were suspicious from the start, with Hall revealing that she had seen the man, later named as the only person of interest, exhibit violent behavior toward Renate before. Despite this, no arrest was ever made, leaving the case unresolved and the family without closure. The lack of justice in Renate's case is a source of ongoing pain for Hall. Although she witnessed acts of violence against her sister, the absence of concrete evidence meant that the legal system could not hold anyone accountable. "Do we know who did this to her as defined by a court of law?" "No," Hall explained, But I can tell you, I witnessed an act of violence, and there were only 2 other people in that room. These words reflect the frustration and helplessness that Hall feels, knowing that the person responsible for her sister's death has never been brought to justice. The legal ambiguity only deepens the wound, leaving Hall and her family with unanswered questions and a sense of injustice. The emotional toll of Renate's death on Hall was immense. She struggled with feelings of guilt and regret, questioning whether she could have done more to protect her sister. These feelings were compounded by the realization that she had unknowingly made mistakes in how she handled the situation. All the things I've learned now are wrong. From domestic abuse advocates, I did them all, Hall admitted, acknowledging the painful lessons she learned after her sister's death. This admission is a poignant reminder of the complexities of dealing with domestic abuse and the challenges faced by those who try to help loved ones in abusive relationships. For a long time, Hall kept her pain private, unable to talk about her sister's death publicly. The weight of the tragedy and the associated guilt was too much to bear. It wasn't until later that Hall found the strength to share her story, using her platform to raise awareness about domestic violence and the importance of supporting victims. By speaking out, Hall has turned her personal tragedy into a powerful tool for advocacy, helping others understand the signs of abuse and the critical need for intervention. Indeed, after working diligently for over a decade and a half at local stations in Texas and Chicago, Tamron Hall's career took a significant leap in 2007 when she joined MSNBC. This move marked the beginning of a new chapter in her professional journey, propelling her onto a national stage where her talent and versatility would shine even brighter. At MSNBC, Hall quickly proved herself to be an invaluable asset, taking on a variety of roles that showcased her skills as a journalist and a broadcaster. One of Hall's most notable roles at MSNBC was anchoring News Nation, a program that offered viewers comprehensive coverage of the day's top news stories. Her ability to deliver news with clarity and authority made her a trusted figure in households across the country. Whether she was covering breaking news, conducting interviews, or providing in-depth analysis, Hall's presence on News Nation was marked by professionalism and poise. Her experience from years of local reporting had honed her ability to connect with audiences, and this connection was evident in the way viewers responded to her. Hall's work at MSNBC extended beyond the studio. She also hosted Dateline, one of the network's flagship programs, where she delved into complex stories with her characteristic thoroughness and empathy. Her role in Dateline allowed her to explore deeper narratives, often involving crime and justice, subjects that resonated with her on a personal level due to her sister's tragic death. This connection to the subject matter brought a unique perspective to her reporting, as she could relate to the pain and frustration that families experienced when seeking justice for their loved ones. In 2012, Hall had the opportunity to cover one of the most significant global events of that year, the London Olympics. Covering the Olympics is a career highlight for any journalist, and Hall seized the opportunity with enthusiasm and dedication. Her coverage was dynamic and engaging, providing viewers with not just the scores and highlights, but also the stories behind the athletes, their struggles, and their triumphs. Hall's reporting from the London Olympics was a testament to her versatility and ability to handle a wide range of topics, from hard news to human interest stories. One of the crowning achievements of Hall's career at MSNBC was her role in hosting the NBC News special The Inauguration of Barack Obama in 2009. This historic event marked the first time an African American was elected President of the United States, and Hall's coverage of the inauguration was both poignant and powerful. Her work on this special was recognized with an Emmy Award for Outstanding Live Coverage in October 2010, a well-deserved accolade that highlighted her skill and the significance of the moment. Winning this Emmy was not just a personal triumph for Hall, but also a reflection of her commitment to excellence in journalism. In 2013, Hall expanded her reach even further by joining Investigation Discovery to host Deadline: Crime with Tamron Hall. This show was a perfect fit for Hall, given her personal connection to crime and justice. Deadline: Crime delved into true crime stories, exploring the motives behind the crimes and whether justice was served. For Hall, this was not just another hosting gig. It was an opportunity to engage with stories that were deeply meaningful to her. In an interview with The Griot, Hall noted, "I think the show is consistent with a lot of what you see on Discovery ID, and they are just intrigued and really pulled in by real-life drama and real-life crime." The year 2014 marked a significant milestone in Tamron Hall's career and in the broader landscape of American television. Hall made history as the first black woman to become an anchor on The Today Show, a groundbreaking achievement that resonated not only with her, but with millions of viewers who saw her success as a step forward in representation and diversity. For Hall, this accomplishment was a moment of immense pride and joy, one that she knew carried weight far beyond her personal career. In a 2014 interview with Essence, Hall expressed her elation at reaching this historic milestone. "How could I not be walking on cloud nine?" she exclaimed, capturing the excitement and sense of achievement she felt at the time. Hall understood that her presence on The Today Show was more than just a personal victory. It was a victory for women, particularly black women, who had long been underrepresented in such prominent roles on national television. Her achievement symbolized progress and served as a powerful statement that barriers could be broken. However, while Hall was deeply honored to be the first black woman to anchor The Today Show, she was also keenly aware of the complexities that came with this title. In a 2014 interview with Digital Journal, she reflected on the importance of not allowing this singular achievement to define her entire career or identity. "While it is an incredible honor to have the description of being the first African-American woman on The Today Show, it's not the total sum of my experience," she said. Hall's words underscored her desire for people to see her as a whole person, with a career full of diverse experiences and accomplishments, rather than focusing solely on this one historic moment. The year 2014 was not only significant for Tamron Hall because of her groundbreaking role as the first black woman to anchor The Today Show, but it also marked a deeply personal and courageous turning point in her life. Driven by her own heart-wrenching experience with domestic violence, Hall decided to take action and use her platform to make a difference. The tragic death of her sister, Renati, who was a victim of domestic violence, had left an indelible mark on Hall, compelling her to speak out and help others avoid similar fates. In an interview with The Griot, Hall opened up about how her sister's case had profoundly influenced her. "My sister's case has led me to focus a lot of my attention on domestic violence," she shared, highlighting the deep personal connection she had to the issue. Hall's decision to focus on domestic violence wasn't made lightly. It was rooted in the painful conversations she had with her sister before her death. "My journey to speak out on domestic violence was based on conversations that I had with my sister," she added. These words underscore the emotional weight behind Hall's advocacy and the sense of responsibility she felt to honor her sister's memory by helping others. Recognizing the widespread nature of domestic violence and the need for greater awareness, Hall launched the Shine a Light initiative in 2014. This initiative was a direct response to the pain she had endured and witnessed, and it was designed to raise awareness about domestic violence and provide resources for those affected. Through Shine a Light, Hall aimed to shed light on the often hidden issue of domestic violence, ensuring that more people understood its signs and consequences. One of the key components of the Shine a Light initiative was the creation of a public service announcement, PSA, aimed at educating young people about domestic violence. Hall recognized that early education was crucial in preventing future cases of domestic violence. "Our goal is to produce a PSA that can be shown to girls and boys in school, at camp, at church and after-school events, she wrote in an article for the Today Show. By targeting young audiences, Hall hoped to instill a clear understanding of what constitutes healthy and unhealthy relationships from an early age. The PSA aimed to show children and teenagers that love doesn't have to hurt, and to teach them the right and wrong way to love. Maybe you don't know, but faith has been a cornerstone in Tamron Hall's life, providing her with guidance, strength, and a sense of purpose throughout her journey. For Hall, faith is not just a belief system, but a deeply ingrained part of who she is, shaping her perspective on the challenges and triumphs she faces. No matter how much she has grown and evolved over the years, her faith has remained a constant, anchoring her through life's uncertainties and empowering her to move forward with confidence. In an interview with Good Morning Texas, Hall spoke candidly about the importance of faith in her life. "It's everything to me because we face things that we cannot explain," she shared, highlighting how her faith offers solace in the face of the unknown. For Hall, faith is the lens through which she views the world, allowing her to confront the unpredictable nature of life with a sense of calm and assurance. This belief that she is guided and protected by a higher power has been a source of comfort, especially during moments when the path ahead seems unclear. Hall's faith is not just about finding comfort, it also propels her forward, enabling her to take risks and embrace new opportunities with a sense of confidence. "I'm able to step out on faith because I believe I am protected," she explained. This belief has undoubtedly played a significant role in her career, giving her the courage to pursue ambitious goals and navigate the competitive world of journalism. Whether it was taking on high-profile assignments or making history as the first Black woman to anchor the Today Show, Hall's faith has been a driving force behind her success. It has given her the strength to push through challenges and the reassurance that she is never alone on her journey. Faith also provides Hall with a profound sense of purpose. She believes that her life is guided by divine intention and that every experience, whether positive or negative, carries a lesson. "I believe that God is watching me," Hall said, reflecting on her deep sense of spiritual connection. Her mother, a significant influence in her life, often reminds her, "God did not bring you this far to let you go." These words resonate with Hall, reinforcing her belief that she is on a path that is both purposeful and protected. This perspective allows her to face difficulties with resilience, viewing them not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and learning. For Hall, faith is a source of strength that helps her navigate life's challenges with grace and determination. She believes that whatever the unknown variable is, it is part of a larger plan that is ultimately meant to teach her something valuable. "I believe that God is taking care of it, and I'm meant to learn a lesson from it, but it is not meant to break me," she explained. This mindset allows Hall to move through life with a sense of peace, knowing that even in the face of adversity, she is being guided toward something greater. Her faith provides her with a framework for understanding the ups and downs of life, allowing her to maintain her equilibrium no matter what comes her way. In 2017, Tamron Hall's unexpected departure from the Today Show sent shockwaves through her fans and colleagues alike. Hall had become a beloved figure on the show, co-anchoring the third hour alongside Al Roker, and her presence was a significant part of the morning routine for many viewers. The news of her exit came less than a week after NBC announced that her hour of the show would be replaced by a new program hosted by Megyn Kelly, a former Fox News anchor. The decision to replace Hall and Roker, two successful Black co-anchors, with Kelly, who had previously faced criticism for controversial remarks about race, sparked outrage and disappointment, particularly among Hall's supporters and the broader journalism community. The National Association of Black Journalists, NABJ, was among those who voiced their concerns, accusing NBC of whitewashing by removing two prominent Black journalists from a high-profile position and replacing them with a white journalist with a controversial history. The NABJ's criticism highlighted the broader issues of diversity and representation in media, raising questions about the network's commitment to inclusivity. For many, Hall's departure from The Today Show was seen as a step backward in the ongoing struggle for racial equity in the media industry. Megyn Kelly's appointment to The Today Show was met with skepticism and criticism from the outset. Kelly's history of making racially insensitive comments, including her controversial defense of blackface as acceptable in Halloween costumes, made her a polarizing figure. The decision to give her a prominent spot on the show, at the expense of Hall and Roker, only added to the controversy. NBC's gamble on Kelly ultimately backfired when she was let go from Megyn Kelly Today after making additional offensive remarks about blackface during a live segment in October 2018. The incident was widely condemned and served as a reminder of the importance of cultural sensitivity and awareness, particularly in such a public and influential role. Despite the controversy surrounding her departure, Hall remained composed and graceful throughout the entire ordeal. In an interview with Variety, she addressed the situation with a level of poise and maturity that underscored her professionalism. "I did not leave NBC with grrr anger," she explained, making it clear that she harbored no ill will toward the network or those involved in the decision. While she acknowledged that she was disappointed by the way things unfolded, she also emphasized that she had moved on and was feeling phenomenal about where she was in her life and career. This response exemplified Hall's ability to rise above adversity and maintain her dignity, even in the face of a challenging and potentially disheartening situation. Hall's departure from The Today Show marked the end of a significant chapter in her career, but it also opened the door to new opportunities. Rather than dwelling on the disappointment, Hall chose to focus on what lay ahead. Time passed quickly. In March 2019, Tamron Hall took to Instagram to share not just one, but two life-changing announcements that sent waves of excitement through her followers and fans. The post, which quickly garnered widespread attention, revealed that Hall was pregnant and expecting her first child. The news was met with overwhelming support and joy, as the former Today Show anchor had always been private about her personal life, making this public revelation all the more significant and heartfelt. Hall's Instagram post featured a short video of her dancing to Baby Shark, her growing belly on full display, radiating a joy that was palpable even through the screen. In the caption, she shared her excitement and relief, writing, "I've wanted to share this news for many months, and now finally my doctor has said I am in a safe place at 32 weeks to share my joy with y'all." Hall's words reflected the cautious optimism that many expectant mothers feel, particularly when it comes to announcing a pregnancy later in life. At 48 years old, Hall's pregnancy was not only a personal milestone, but also a powerful message about hope and the possibilities of motherhood, even after 40. Hall's visible pregnancy glow was undeniable, and her followers were quick to comment on how stunning she looked. Her radiant smile and the unmistakable joy in her eyes captured the beauty of this special time in her life. The post exuded happiness and anticipation, and it was clear that Hall was reveling in the journey to motherhood. Her openness about her pregnancy, especially after having kept it private for so long, resonated with many women who understood the complexities and emotions that come with expecting a child, particularly later in life. But Hall's announcement didn't stop there. Alongside the news of her pregnancy, she also revealed another major life update. She was married. This revelation came as a surprise to many, as Hall had kept her relationship out of the public eye. In the same Instagram post, she wrote, "So it's clear a daytime talk show isn't the only thing I've been trying to produce. My husband Stephen and I are beyond excited." With those words, Hall introduced her followers to a new chapter in her life, one filled with love, partnership, and the anticipation of welcoming a child into the world. The double announcement was met with an outpouring of congratulations and well wishes from fans, friends, and colleagues. Many praised Hall for her ability to keep such significant aspects of her life private until she was ready to share them on her own terms. In an era where the lives of public figures are often scrutinized and dissected by the media, Hall's approach was refreshing and deeply personal. By choosing to reveal her pregnancy and marriage simultaneously, she took control of her narrative, sharing her happiness with the world in a way that felt genuine and true to who she is. What do you think about Tamron Hall's transformation? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.